Welcome back. Now it's possible that you may not want to use the ClickFunnels member area. And if that's the case, you're going to build a different kind of funnel. You're going to click Build a Funnel, and this time you're going to create a member area, but you're going to create a member area in a course platform. So we're going to sell our product. We're again going to choose to use a sales funnel. And we're going to build our funnel. We are going to customize our squeeze page. We are going to edit the page. We are going to check our pop-up. There is no pop-up with this page, so we don't have to edit the settings. What we're going to do is we're going to go into the general settings. We're then going to integrate our page with our autoresponder. So we're going to select our autoresponder. We're going to use our MailChimp autoresponder. We're going to add an individual to the list. We're then going to choose a specific list. We are then connected using our squeeze page with our autoresponder. What we then need to do is to determine what's going to happen when the individual submits the page. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the button to determine the button action. What we're going to do is we're going to set the action. And so what we want to do is to have the page send the individual to the next step in the funnel. So once we've done that, we're going to set that part of the funnel action. And we're now going to save our page. Now, it's a good idea at every step in the funnel to preview your page and to make sure it's working the way you want it to work. And so this is what your user will see, and you can test your opt-in form to make sure that it sends the individual to the next step in the funnel. What we can now do is to go to the next step in the funnel, which is our sales page. And once we get to the sales page, we can choose a template. We can then edit the page template. Once we come to the page, we're going to want to manage our pop-up. We want to make sure that it's not going to act. And once we do that, we need to determine what's going to happen when the individual clicks the buy button. Now, ClickFunnels gives us a message and tells us that the individual is going to be sent to the next page in the funnel, and that is what we want. The same is the case with the buy button at the bottom of the page. So once you've made your changes to the page, you can then click Save. Then your page is going to be ready for you to use. You're then going to exit out of the editor. Once you exit out of the editor, you can then go to your order form. You can then select your template. You can then edit your template. In this case, we want to make sure that this page remains hidden in the search engine. So we're going to hide this page in the search engine. We're then going to save our page. Once we've done that, we can exit out of the page. Now it is at this point that we can set up our product. So we're going to go into the product area, and we're going to add in a product. What we're going to do is we're going to use our default integration. We're then going to click Save and Next. We're going to write in our product details. In this case, we're going to skip the bump offer. We're going to skip the product inventory limit since we are working with a digital product. We're then going to click Save and Next. We are not going to create any product variations. We're going to click Save and Next. And we're going to have an email sent, and we want to make sure that we have the token for the thank you page in the email. So we're going to copy that token, and we're then going to write our fulfillment email. And we're now going to click Save and Next. Now at the point of purchase, we do want to trigger a follow-up action. And in this case, we are going to trigger individuals being added to our GetResponse list. We are going to add to a specific campaign, and we're now going to choose the campaign. We are then going to click Save and Next. We're going to verify that this is not a physical product, and we're going to click Save and Next. Our product is now set up. We can now return to our products list. Now, because the individual is going to be sent to a thank you page, we want to edit that thank you page. And what we want to do is we want to create a template for the thank you page. And so what we're going to do is we're going to grab a thank you page template, and we're going to set up our thank you page. We're going to edit our thank you page. We want to make sure that this page does not appear in the search engine. Therefore, we want it to be hidden. And what we want to do is to check our pop-up. There is no pop-up, so we can now save our page. Now, this is going to be a link for the customer to go and get their content. So we're going to have to come back to this page in order to set the link once we have it set up. What we're now going to do is we're going to exit our thank you page. We also want to set up our order confirmation. And we're going to do a simple order confirmation. We're going to edit our order confirmation. We're going to make sure that the page is hidden from the search engine. It's hidden. So what we can now do if we have all of our content correct is we can save our page. And we can now exit back to the funnel settings. What we now need to do is to head to our course platform to make sure our course is set up. But you don't have to use Thinkific in order to go through this step. You can use the course platform provided it integrates and is most conducive to your business. So we verified that our course is published and now set up in our course platform. Now, in order to integrate the two platforms, we're going to use third-party cloud-based connector Zapier in order to connect ClickFunnels and our course platform, which in this case is Thinkific. By using the search term ClickFunnels, Thinkific, and Zapier, we find that there is an integration that will work for us, and we can use Zapier to connect the two systems. Now, Zapier does have a free plan so that you can test your integrations before you use a paid account. We are going to use a paid account to undertake this process. So now that we're inside of Zapier, we're going to write in the app that we want to connect, which is ClickFunnels. We're then going to want to write the app that we want to connect to, which is Thinkific. We're then going to choose the trigger in ClickFunnels. And what we want there to be is a new successful purchase. What we then want to do is when there is a new successful purchase, we want to enroll a user in a specific course. What we then need to do is to make the connection between Zapier and the two applications. We're going to click Try It in this case. We are going to connect a new ClickFunnels account. What we're going to do is we're going to authorize Zapier to work with our ClickFunnels account. Now note, we are logged into our ClickFunnels account in the browser where we are attempting to connect using Zapier. That's why this method is going to be automated. We're going to click Authorize. So we now have a ClickFunnels account that is connected. We're now going to connect to our Thinkific account. We're going to connect a new Thinkific account. Zapier is going to go through the same process. Now this time what we need to do is we need to connect our API key and our subdomain, and all of this information is going to be inside of Thinkific, and we need it in order to make the connection in Zapier. Now what we're going to need to do in Zapier is to go to the advanced mode. It's going to bring us to this page. What we're then going to do is we're going to edit this trigger within Zapier. We're then going to need to edit the app and event. We're then going to click Continue. We're going to verify our account. And what we're going to do now is we're going to verify the trigger, which is the funnel. And we're going to choose a specific funnel. And we're going to choose the funnel that we created. And we're going to choose a specific funnel step. And we're going to click Funnel Step. When the buyer gets to the order confirmation stage, we are going to want to trigger the event. We're then going to click Continue. We're now going to test the trigger. Now, typically, in order to test in Zapier, you are going to need to have a purchase. So we're going to skip this part of the test. And we're going to use the example purchase. What we're now going to do is we're going to choose the action. We're going to choose our Thinkific account. We are going to look for a specific product. In this case, we're going to choose the product we created. What we're going to do is make sure that the information is going to be mapped. And in this case, we're going to use the first name, last name, and email address, and we're going to make sure that these are all mapped to the correct fields. Those are going to be the required fields in Zapier. So what we're going to do now is we're then going to click Continue. And once we've completed the setup, we're then ready so that when there is a successful purchase in ClickFunnels of that specific funnel, that individual is then going to be added to our Thinkific account. Now, one aspect of this process that you're going to want to take advantage of with a course platform is being able to set your site URL to make it similar to the one that you are using with ClickFunnels. Now, we are looking at Thinkific, and Thinkific gives you the opportunity to set a custom URL. And so what you're going to want to do is to follow the particular process for the course platform you're using. For example, if we were to go to Thinkific and we were to set a custom URL, we could do it. Thinkific has a set of directions specifically for the domain registrar GoDaddy. It's very similar to ClickFunnels, where we're going to change a CNAME record in order to make the subdomain. So we're going to once again add in a CNAME record here on our domain. We're then going to enter that new custom URL inside of our course platform. In this case, we're using Thinkific. Our course platform now has a consistent URL with our ClickFunnels domain. And now we have a URL for our course so that we can give the individual a place to log in to put into our ClickFunnels system. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this URL, which is going to be the course login URL, so we can place it inside of ClickFunnels. So we're going to edit now our thank you page. And what we're going to do is we're going to click inside of this button, and we are going to set a specific action. And we're going to have it to go to a specific URL, and we're going to place that URL, and we're going to place that URL here in this area. And we are going to have to edit this page to get our URL. So now our URL is now set for this button. We're now going to change the text on this button. And we're going to write in what we want the button text to be. Now, in this particular case, the individual is going to be getting their login and password sent to them by our course platform. We're going to want to explain that to our customer. And so we need to write in a message here on the page. And we can do that here in this area. We're just going to edit the text to make sure that they check their email. It's also a good idea to add in a support link in case the individuals do not get their course login credentials. And so to do that, we're going to add in a row. We're going to make it a one-column row, We're going to drag and drop it beneath the Access the Course Here button. We're going to build the row. And what we're going to do here is we're going to add in a text element. And we are just going to add in any other text elements that we want, because all we're going to do is we're going to create a hyperlink. So we can use a headline or subheadline or just a regular text element. We're going to drag in a text element. We're then going to write in our support address. And we're going to turn this into a hyperlink. And we're going to place our link in this area. And we're now going to save our thank you page. Now, it's a good idea also to add to the fulfillment email the fact that they're going to get an email that's going to come from your course platform. So you're going to want to describe that email, where it's going to come from, but you help yourself in the process by making sure that your domains are consistent. And when they get that email, it'll come from a consistent domain. You're also going to want to make sure that your thank you page is set correctly, because this thank you page will link with your email inside of here. And you'll click Save and Next to make sure that this is updated. The other thing you'll notice is that inside of your order confirmation page, that this link is dynamically updated. And this is going to lead to your thank you page. So it's important that you have all the information on your thank you page that's going to be needed in addition to your thank you email. And we have now completed the entire process of setting up a page to sell our product and then give people access to that product inside of a course platform of our choosing. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.